All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Down. 10-2 soft. Like 50. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, Charlie. Max 50. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Philip Dorsett holds it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the stars right out of them.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now back to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check your hot read. Hey, go 66.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. 53. Mike. I can't believe they let you play. Don't band it. Twist.
From the gun, it's Brady. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Wait, 10. Alabama. 380. Check. Regular.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, he's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Check 24. Check it, reload.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Shadow.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 66.
Now Brady. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 13.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll look to throw here. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Brady. Open man is Switzer, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Lawrence Guy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
We want it. Come to my work. Ozzy.
Brady. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 9 now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go one more.
Throwing now is Brady. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch safety grip. Let me go. Safety. When he hit.
To throw is Brady. To Switzer over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. this.
They'll set up a throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. New England on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Brady. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Brady now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, Brady. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brady now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, Samuels. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
36.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Brady. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he's got some space here. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Brady to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Brady. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On first down, it's Samuels. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get go 66.
Brady going to throw. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. 23 yards the pickup there.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They run the counter. It's Adams. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Hey, wahoo! Fight!
They'll look to throw here. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 3. That's caught by his tight end, Matt LaCosse. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4 at their 48-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Kill.
Here's Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
All day, every day, any day. Check 37, check 37. Regular.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Watch the whip. Bravo. Mike's 50. Tighten up.
2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Fresno.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He goes. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Switzer on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Dante Hightower on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Alabama.
From the 41, Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I'm coming after you. Check three. Sugar.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason McCourty. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Josh Adams, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Matt Lacoste, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a little floater there is incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Ready? 94. 64.
They'll drop the throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And throw complete to Dorsett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Will tie his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
At the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Ramp.
Here's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Brady now on first down. He'll get this one to Switzer. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's stop.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, Samuels. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Slam, slam, slam.
On first down, Snell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Brady to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Snell. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw is Brady, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a